Hello and welcome to Mac20 Questions podcast number 86. And here in Catalonia it's been snow, lovely snow. It's been over a week since we had the blizzard type storm though, and I'm only just getting back online again. There was no internet because the antenna, which is at the top of the hill, needs power to be able to function. And I'm here halfway down the hill and we only got internet power back just a couple of days ago. I had to send a couple of emails to the WiMAX people to tell me whether they're going to have some internet soon, and it's been nice to know that there's some light at the end of a very dark tunnel of no internet. I am looking forward to getting back to my podcasting work and getting out of the garden. I hate gardening. I have about a month's work or even more of tidying up after the storm. Branches and whole trees have fallen down all over the place. Mind you, the book reading was good. I wonder if it's going to be the same, though, when I'm using the iPad to read instead of the plain old paper ones that I'm used to. I wonder. I was able to download my favourite Mac podcast. As you can imagine, with no power, there's been hardly any Mac usage. So I was able to just download the Maccast, which is from Adam Christensen, and be able to listen to that. The Adam Christensen podcast, Maccast, was one of the things I used to help me switch over to the Mac when I first changed. So I've been listening to that for about 5 years now. With my iTunes, I have an account set up in the UK so I can download the English TV shows. And I was able to do that on my sister-in-law's on my MacBook. But then when I got back home, I found that my computer wasn't authorised. So I had to go back and get some borrowed internet to be able to authorise the computer. When I was authorising, it told me that it was already authorised, and I'd had 3 out of the 5, so I was ready to go. And I think it was just getting confused with another iTunes account that I have. Well, we have some more Macs in the family. Today I got a message from my 70-year-old mum. Guess what I bought in the Apple store today? I haven't got a clue what she bought, and I was guessing a MacBook or an iPhone. I would have phoned her to ask, but I use a SIP phone to call England for free, but with no internet connection I couldn't do that. Isn't it amazing how we rely on technology these days? Anyway, with another text message, she told me that it was a 13-inch MacBook, and on Friday the Apple Store is going to help her move her stuff from a Windows pile of crap laptop over onto her new MacBook. She's looking forward to that. Since the electric came back on again, I've been getting into Kinemac, the video animation software, and I've been learning how to use it. I want to make some video animation intros for my Mac20Q and Video20Q podcasts. The only trouble is that the functions on there have not been working exactly as described by Joseph Nilo in the instructional video. If I hold down the command key and drag the mouse, it should rearrange where the object is on the screen, turn it around in the X, Y and Z directions, but nothing is happening. I'm having to use the numbers in the panel to the side, which is nowhere near as intuitive. I thought at first that the trouble was due to the fact that I hadn't set up the registration on there since moving over to Snow Leopard, but I sorted that out and it still didn't work right as it's supposed to. I'll have to get in touch with them with an email and find out if they can help me out and find out why it doesn't work as it's supposed to. But it looks pretty good software otherwise. I have been having a look at Adobe After Effects. Now, gosh, that is one hell of an application. It's got everything in there and the bathroom sink as well. And it's something I'm going to take some time to learn how to use. I think I'm going to have to go and have a look at lynda.com to find out more about it. It's nowhere near as easy as Kinemac, but it's got loads of bells and whistles in there. I have been looking at the video tutorials on lynda.com for motion. The trouble is I don't have motion, but it looks as though it would be easier to use than After Effects and a lot more features and functions than in Kinemac, for instance. What I really want is to have a fly-through animation. That's going to be a good intro for the podcasts. Something a little bit more fancy. Anyway, I just got an email in from Telestream about ScreenFlow, which is upgraded to 2.1. And it's pretty funny, but the main feature that's in 2.1 is they've added Flash publishing. Maybe it's a bit of a strange thing to do, seeing as the way that Apple is taking the world by storm with iPhones and iPads that are never ever going to run Flash. And it's strange that a company with a Mac product line throws in Flash video publishing. Oh well, takes all sorts, I suppose. The rest of the ScreenFlow upgrade seems to be stability upgrades, which is nice, although I have not noticed any need for stability. For example, I've been using the ScreenFlow for making my podcasts, and it's been fine. No need for any sort of stability upgrades. But in any case, if it's better, fine. ScreenFlow can also be used for some down and dirty video editing too. There is a page on the Answer20Q website which will tell you a little bit more about ScreenFlow, and if you like the program, or if you like the look of what it can do from the information on the site, use the button to buy now. It would be helping Mac20 Questions at the same time. Well, now I have the internet back again. I'm going to start interviewing guests for Mac20 Questions and Video 20 Questions and any other 20 questions that I can slot in there. Thanks for taking the time to watch Mac20 Questions, podcast number 86. Bye-bye now.